Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 1, Episode number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to the season finale. And what I'm assuming is also the series finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi, man. I don't know if there's plans for a second season. I haven't really looked anything up. I don't know how the season ends. I don't know if this was just a one-off series or what, but I'm here for it. I'm excited for it, man. Last episode, the Vader pulling down the ship scene and just ripping it apart was my favorite scene in the show, hands down, man. I liked it more than the scenes we had in, what was it, episode 3, I want to say, of Obi-Wan dragging, or not Obi-Wan, of Vader dragging Obi-Wan through the fire. That scene last episode was just so badass, man, and it was absolutely fantastic, man. It looked great, and it really makes you understand the power level of Vader a little bit more, man. I loved it. But we're here to the finale. I don't know what to expect going into it. I'm excited for it. I will say the one thing I do expect to see is another showdown between Obi-Wan and Vader. I would be very surprised if we didn't see it. I mean, we haven't really seen a ton of Obi-Wan like fighting or using the Force or anything like that. He's fought in different ways kind of, and you know, he's been out of it for the past 10 years, so I get that, and he's a different person than he was at the end of Revenge of the Sith. You know, I'm not really expecting to see the same Obi-Wan that took out Anakin on Mustafar, you know, but I'm here for it, man. We ended the episode with the little message that Bail had sent to Obi-Wan, which, thinking about it, extremely stupid of him to do, but, you know, he did it anyway. The message he had sent to Obi-Wan about the boy on Tatooine. Obviously, the third sister saw that. I'm assuming we're going to have a fight on Tatooine. I'm excited. So, guys, I'm going to stop wasting time. We're going to go ahead. We're going to hop into this episode. Before we do, I do ask if you guys are new to the channel, you do hit that subscribe button, comment down below what you guys want to see next, man. Drop a like on the video for your boy. Full reaction will be up on Patreon, as well as early access to a bunch of other stuff new if you guys want to check that out. Link in the description down below. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to hop into this episode. Best scene in the show so far. Absolutely insane, man. They did that scene justice, I'll say that.
Something you want to say?
I have something to say.
Wait your turn. You can have what's left when I'm done.
She survived. She's got the wrap on her stomach. Once again, how did she even get here, bro? Was there another ship left back behind? Thing is, Obi-Wan probably feels like, you know, this is all due to him because Vader's after him.
What do you need, kid?
We need a new belt for the speeder.
Luke!
Certain somebody broke.
Your uncle's a patient man.
I am not that patient.
Luke and Owen, man.
Owen, there's something you need to know.
He told her about him.
You must promise me that you'll get her home, Haja, as soon as I'm in the clear.
Although
Haja.
I'm the word of a liar and a fake Jedi may not mean much to you.
It's good enough for me.
He trusts him now after he's gotten to know him a little bit, because he did save him before, you know, even though he was running that kind of scam, which, I mean, it's a scam because he isn't a Jedi, but he was still helping people get off the world, you know what I mean?
We cannot prioritize one lone Jedi.
He is not just any Jedi. Follow Kenobi.
At once, Lord Vader.
He's the one who put me in the suit. Bro, I'm surprised Vader didn't just fucking force choke him for talking. Like, what? You know what I mean? That's what I was expecting him to do, just force choke him. Like, I'm surprised the Grand Inquisitor had the balls to even say that. So what's the third sister's plan here with Luke? Maybe she wants to capture him to lure Vader out or something. Like, you already got beat by Vader completely. You really want a second showdown?
The Tuskens are on the hunt again. They're raiding farms along the waste. So stay in here. You know what to do. You run.
I'm not afraid.
I know. Everything's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be okay.
I get what they're thinking, you know, set up and maybe get the drop on the third sister, Reva, before she comes, you know what I mean? But, like, bro, you guys got, what, 2 blasters? You're facing an Inquisitor. Like, this is what they do.
I will face him alone.
There's just no way, you know what I mean? Like, he can't, like, Vader's been training, he's been fighting, he's been having this anger build up for 10 years. Obi-Wan's been shut off, essentially, from the Force, from training, from everything. Like, he can't make up for that time in such little time, you know? Like, as good as he is. Just like with like someone returning to the UFC, ring rust is a thing. There we go. I wonder if Obi-Wan's gonna try and hide it all, maybe just buy time, or if he's just gonna straight up face him. If he straight up faces him, you know he's gonna go for the high ground, but look at this, man. What a scene.
Have you come to destroy me, Obi-Wan?
I will do what I must.
Oh, oh, the stance.
Then you will die.
Oh my gosh, look at this scene, bro. It's so perfect. Again with the dark lighting too. I love it. Obi-Wan's getting it a little bit, man. He's getting some good counters in. Oh, dude. I love how they make the lighting dark for each scene. The last fight, it was dark too. You could just see, you know, it's just the light from their lightsabers and stuff, essentially. Obviously, it's like more gray here, but still similar concept, right? It's fantastic. I love it. Oh, he's getting, oh, we're using the Force too. Vader's definitely gonna be stronger with the Force.
Has returned.
Not all the way, I don't think, man. Oh, dude.
And that is why you will always lose.
Oh my gosh, man. Vader is, dude, I know Vader's strong, but like, my gosh. Oh. Dude, he's just gonna bury him.
You really love the boy. Like he's your own.
He is my own. What do you want?
Justice.
What do you mean justice? What, she wants to kill Luke because it's Vader's son? Because Vader had killed all the other younglings? But it's like, bro, Vader doesn't even know about him and hasn't raised him. So Vader's, it's not even gonna affect Vader. God, man, like I don't understand her like, what's the point of all of it, Reva? Like, she says justice, like Vader didn't even know about him. Like, killing him is just gonna hurt Owen and them. Oh, he is using the Force to hold it all up. Thinking of Leia in the future. The hope that there is, man. I thought he was gonna end up tapping into the dark side a little bit, but Obi-Wan always chooses light, right? Yep. Oh! Okay! Go ahead, Obi-Wan! Oh my gosh! I got chills. Oh my gosh. Bro, those are whole ass boulders being thrown at him. And he's just eating that. Unless maybe he's using the Force a little bit as like a force field somehow. That's the only way, bro. Because those are whole ass boulders. Messing that suit up. God, man. I love seeing Obi-Wan use the Force. Oh, bro, he got his face. Oh, dude, this is gonna be like in Twilight of the Apprentice, where you see part of his face.
Anakin.
Just like Twilight of the Apprentice.
Anakin's gone.
The mix.
I am what remains.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anakin. For all of it.
I am not your failure.
Obi-Wan.
You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker.
I did.
The lighting.
Then my friend is truly dead. Goodbye. Obi-Wan!
Still wasn't able to beat him. Anakin wasn't, Vader wasn't, and Obi-Wan still wasn't able to kill him. Man, his voice mixing with, you know, the suit and just his normal voice, hearing Anakin in there, oh, it hurts, bro. And seeing his face, just like in Twilight of the Apprentice with Ahsoka, man. Oh my God, bro. Oh, Obi-Wan can sense it. Bro, you know how bad that probably hurts?
Tracking every system within range. We will destroy everything in our path
Palpatine?
until he is found.
Bro, did he have like a second mask on hand? Look at this.
You seem agitated, my friend.
He will not evade me again.
I wonder if your thoughts are clear on this. Perhaps your feelings for your old master have left you weakened.
Kenobi means nothing. I serve only you, my master.
That's supposed to show us a little bit of Anakin still being in there. We know he's in there. He's buried deep. It took Luke to bring him back out, right? Ah, love the music, man. Is that it? Okay, I was gonna say, man. Oh yeah, because we still got to return Leia to Alderaan too.
All right, let's go, young lady. We don't want to keep your...
Yep. The New Hope look.
You said there were many ways to lead.
Looks like I was right.
If I'm going to do this, I'm going to want to change a few things. So who is it today? More cousins?
Not exactly.
Obi-Wan. And her droid.
Lola!
Yeah, you worried about Lola? What about me? You thought I was dead.
We can never repay you.
Well,
Could use some
he
credits.
has already done that.
He reconnected with the Force in the galaxy.
Well, if you ever need my help again, you know where to find me.
Let's hope that day never comes.
If you ever need help from a tired old man,
Show
but you
enough.
must be careful. No one must know, or it could endanger us both.
New Hope is probably the next time they see each other, huh?
What are you doing here? I thought you were gonna keep your distance.
You know, you were right. He just needs to be a boy. The future will take care of itself.
Yep. Anakin never not got to be a child, really. That's part of the problem for him, right?
Take good care of him.
Dan? You want to meet him?
Oh. Be his first time really meeting him.
Hello there.
Yeah. They do that in there for us, man. General Kenobi. That's where Reva had chased him. Oh, Force Ghost. Qui-Gon! Finally? Is he reconnected?
Master Qui-Gon.
Well, took you long enough.
Beginning to think you'd never come.
I was always here, Obi-Wan. You just were not ready to see.
He wasn't connected no more to the Force.
Come on, you've got a ways to go.
I'm so glad that we got to see that, man. Oh. That's it, huh? Oh, man. Any after credits or anything like that? Maybe? Probably not. Nope. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Season 1, Episode 6. The season finale is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. What a series. What a season, man. Where do we start? Obi-Wan and Vader. Seeing them fight again was awesome. You know, their first fight, obviously Obi-Wan got destroyed, which I kind of expected. This fight, he was tapped back into it a little bit. That, and I think Vader was a little bit off his game as well, probably. I think that played a part too. But it was a great fight. There was a couple of moments in the fight that were kind of like, like, I know Vader's got his whole suit and all, but the rocks Obi-Wan was throwing at him, those were whole ass boulders, bro. And they weren't even like moving Vader like hardly at all, bro. Like that would be killing him, man. I feel like, you know, maybe Vader was using the Force a little bit. We just couldn't really tell, to maybe help with the impact, or like as like a little shield type deal. That's the only really way I could see it, because those were whole ass boulders he was throwing at him, man. And then other than that, that fight was great, man. I really enjoyed it. You know, seeing the dark colors again, like it wasn't like black or anything, but seeing the dark colors similar to the first fight, and it was just kind of the light from their lightsabers. I enjoyed that a lot. And just seeing them get to go at it one more time, you know. Obviously, we still had essentially the exact same outcome that we did at the end of Revenge of the Sith. We see that Obi-Wan still can beat him, but he's still unable to kill him. You know, he can't bring himself to do it, even though he says, you know, Anakin, you're truly gone and stuff like that. He still can't bring himself to kill him, you know, even after all this time, even after what Vader has done, because he could have killed him there. He knows he's not dead 100%. He just can't bring himself to do it. And we see that even after all this time, Vader still can't beat Obi-Wan, man. You know, he's never been able to. Even when Obi-Wan was training him as Anakin on Coruscant and stuff, we always seen it. Obi-Wan was always able to beat him. At the end of the day, sometimes that's just the way it is. Sometimes, you know, sometimes there's that one person who's got your number, and Obi-Wan's that guy. I know, obviously, Vader does end up killing him, but at that point, Obi-Wan kind of let him do it in A New Hope. So I feel like that's a little bit different, but we still had the exact same outcome, man. Obi-Wan beat him, but he wasn't able to kill him. Vader couldn't beat him, and he couldn't stop him either, so to speak, you know, from leaving. So I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about that, really, because it's like, I get it's hard for Obi-Wan because it's Anakin. Even if he says, you know, Anakin's truly gone, he sees what Vader's done and everything like that, still for him, it's like his brother, and he's beat. You know, it's one thing fighting him when he's coming at him, or when you guys are in the heat of the moment, your adrenaline's pumping and stuff, but when things died down and he was talking to him, he saw his face a little bit, which ripped straight from the Twilight of the Apprentice, right, in Rebels, when Ahsoka did that to him, and, you know, she saw his face a little bit. Same exact situation here, but I feel like, you know, when he saw that and he was talking to him a little bit, he just can't bring himself to do it still, which even after the person Vader's become, the things he's done in the galaxy, the things he'll continue to do, he still couldn't bring himself to do it at the end of the day. And he's never been able to do it. You know, like I said, we see in A New Hope, he let Vader kill him, and it's poetic in a sense, I guess, really, you know. But other than that, I really enjoyed the fight, man. It was fantastic. I loved seeing them two fight. I loved seeing them two talk again. Obviously, we know both their characters survived. That's one thing about, you know, seeing shows like this set earlier in Star Wars, is you know what characters will survive. So, you know, some characters, you don't really have to worry about them dying. And then not only that, that motherfucker must have those Vader masks like on deck for in case something happens, because I mean, I'm assuming there wasn't like much time passing from the fight with Obi-Wan to him on Mustafar talking to Palpatine, right? Like, I mean, maybe a day or two. So they either repaired the mask or had made him a new one straight up. But man, that was fantastic. That's definitely my favorite part of this episode, was the fight scene with Obi-Wan and Vader, and just seeing them interact again, man. You know, no matter how the writing is, no matter how stuff plays out, I will always enjoy seeing those two characters interact because of how much I love their characters. You know, if you don't know, Vader, Anakin, and Ahsoka, top 3 characters in the Star Wars universe for me, hands down. So anytime we see them interacting in the universe, I don't care. I'm just happy to see them interacting. I'm happy to see their characters, man. And that's how it's always going to be for me, no matter how the fight turns out, how the dialogue is or anything. I'm just happy to see the characters. But the third sister, you guys know I'm not really negative when it comes to stuff, but I do point out the things I don't like, and I did not like the third sister in this at all. Her character, bro, like, I get what they were going for here in the end, especially this final episode. First of all, I feel like she should have been dead. right? I mean, I guess you could argue that she got stabbed through the stomach and she got stabbed in a part where it didn't cause her to, die instantly or anything like that. And, the lightsaber super hot kind of cauterized the wound to stop the bleeding type deal. But still, I feel like she's 100% should have been dead from Vader. And this shows that she is still out there somewhere too. Maybe, I mean, I don't know if they'll ever bring her back or if they're going to wrap up her character, but obviously she is still out there, and I get what they were going for. She, like, her anger was driving her to do this, to kill Luke, to somehow get back at Vader. But it's like, first, Vader doesn't even know he exists. Like, yeah, it's his kid, but he doesn't even know he exists. So all you're doing is really hurting Obi-Wan and Owen, right, and his wife, because they're the ones who raised him like a son. And it's like, if you do this, which this is what they were going for, it's like, if she could bring herself to do it, she would be just like Vader and she would become him. But she obviously isn't. The whole point is she's not him, and she didn't become him, and she couldn't do it. And that's what we were seeing with like the flashes, and when she saw herself, and when she asked at the end, did I become him? And he's like, if you would have done it, you would have become him, but you didn't do it because you're not him type deal. But still, it's like, her whole thing was, like Obi-Wan said last episode, you're hunting him. It's like, you've been hunting him for 10 years. What do you mean hunting? You've been next to him. You've been doing horrible things to innocent people and stuff to hunt Vader type deal. Like, I just feel like her whole character was kind of poorly written, dialogue wise and everything. And it just, personally, I wasn't that interested in her character, No hate to the actress or anything like that. Like, I heard a lot of people were going after the actress, which I feel like is a huge problem nowadays in TV shows and movies. Like, people need to be able to differentiate character from the actual person playing the character. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason you should ever go after an actor for a character they're playing, because it's a character they're playing on screen. It's not really them. So if you go after the actor, you're a fucking horrible person. But like, as far as the character goes in the show, I personally didn't enjoy the character that much. I feel like it focused on her a little too much, and I feel like her overall story was just a little bit, it was a little bit hard to believe at times, like how she survived as a youngling. The flashbacks we saw when Vader stabbed her current day to a youngling, it seemed like he killed her when he was or stabbed her when she was a youngling, but she survived it, or maybe she didn't. That's just how they showed it. But why would you show it like that if she wasn't actually stabbed as a youngling type deal too? And then it's like, this whole time you've been hunting Vader, but you've had 10 years to try and kill him, and you haven't tried once. And it's like, the one time you do have an opportunity to kill him, you make it obvious as hell, which, I mean, again, it goes back to the writing. I feel like she was just a poorly written character, and for me, it didn't really do it. But outside of that, I really enjoyed the show, and I really did enjoy, the interactions we had between all the characters, even some of the new characters that got brought in, like Tarla. I enjoyed her character, her going out. It was sad and whatnot, but I did really enjoy her character. It was cool to see that. Haja, he was a cool character too that was brought in. It was cool to see Leia at the end here get her, New Hope get up type deal with the robe, the hairstyle, the holster, and everything like that. Overall, it was a good show. There were some things I didn't like in it for sure, and there were some writing issues for sure as well. And even with the Obi-Wan and Anakin fight, like I said, there was a couple things in that kind of for me, like the way they did it, but overall, I did still really like it. Last episode, the flashbacks to Anakin and Obi-Wan on Coruscant training. Oh, and the fact that it was actually Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen back here playing the roles in the suit, the actors, the voices, everything. It's fantastic to see, and I'm so happy we got to see that. Even if, it could have been better, absolutely, but like, I'm just glad we got to witness it, right, for what it is and what they made. I loved it. And then at the end, wrapping it up with Qui-Gon coming back. I talked about it earlier in the episode. I was like, maybe they just couldn't get him. Maybe Liam Neeson didn't want to come back. Maybe he wasn't available, whatever it was. But I think it's more so that Obi-Wan was kind of cut off from the Force this whole time. Like, he's been sitting here trying to talk to him, but it's like he's been cut off from the world. He's been cut off from the Force and everything. He's just been living isolated and hidden and just blocked off from everything. So how could he be able to talk to him? How could he be able to connect with him if he's been so shut down and shut off from just everything in the world, man? But it was cool to get to see that little bit here at the end of Liam Neeson, Qui-Gon coming back and finally talking to him, man. That's really the first time Obi-Wan's essentially seen him since the Maul situation, right? Because he hasn't been able to connect with him or anything like that with the Force Ghost until now. So he hadn't seen him up until now, except for episode 1 when Maul took him out, bro, which is crazy. But regardless, great series. Andor is what is coming next on the channel. However, since we are doing The Mandalorian and Bad Batch, I think I'm going to be moving Defenders to Tuesday, because obviously The Mandalorian goes up Wednesday, Bad Batch goes up Sunday. And we'll keep that schedule for a bit because 3 Star Wars shows is a little bit much. But once Bad Batch finishes up, because Bad Batch should finish up before The Mandalorian, we will jump into Andor, which I know a lot of you guys are excited for, and I'm excited for it too. But guys, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. Like always, if you guys did enjoy this reaction video, make sure to leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Full reaction to be up on Patreon, as well as early access to a bunch of other stuff I'm doing. If you guys want to check that out, link in the description down below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. What is going on, guys? I hope you all did enjoy that video you just checked out. If you did, make sure to drop a like and comment down below what is something you guys want to see me react to next on the channel. I want to give a couple quick shout outs to some of my highest tier supporters over on Patreon, man. Shout out to the homie That's So Gordo, the homie Alexander Collins, and the homie Christopher Larimer. Your guys' support is much appreciated. If you guys haven't already and you do want to join the Patreon family, the link is on screen right now, as well as in the description down below. You get early access to a bunch of videos up to 2, sometimes even 3 weeks in advance, full-length reactions, and you get to participate in polls to help decide what we do and what we react to on the channel. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.